Okay, the goal in this video is to use this box right here on the table and click on the search button and populate this with data. So let's get started. Close this window. We're going to do all this work from the controller. But one of the things that we need is a class that represents the data. Okay, and that data we will call student. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click here, say new class, and I'll call that student. Usually like to put this in a package called model, so we'll put here model. Let's do public static void main. Oh nope, just a regular class, so don't need anything to drive it. And based on what we had on the screen, I had an ID. I'll make that I'll make that an integer. ID private string last name, private string first name, and private float grades. Okay. For this to work properly, we're going to use some getters and setters. So let's create that really quick. I'll use Eclipse and do the heavy lifting and create getters and setters. Okay, it says index out of bounds. Let me see, why is it saying that? I'll save it. I'll do that again. Source, generate getters and setters. Saying index is out of bounds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close Eclipse and start it. And while that's happening, I'll pause this video. Okay, so let's try to create the getters and setters again. Let's go to source. Let's go to generate getters and setters. Let's select all. Okay, there it goes. Perfect. Just to populate things really quickly, I'm going to sort this. And let's generate constructor using fields. That way I can populate this data really quick. I'm going to get rid of this part super. I don't think I use it at all. So we'll just get rid of that part and save it. Okay. And just so I can print out things, and if I wanted to display the content of this data, let's give this a reasonable toString method. So I'll go to here, source, generate toString. Save that. And now we're ready to populate this information with data. Okay. Now this, we're going to use this class right here, student. We're going to use that here in our controller. So now for this to work, we have to tell this table view to get ready for a student. This is complaining because I need to import it in. So let's import that. And we need to put reference to the student in every one of these table columns. So I went off of that. Let's do. Now what we need to declare here is what's the data type that's going to go here. And that's based on the data types that we have here: integer, string, string, and float. So I'll go back to the controller. This is a string. I'm sorry, no, this is an integer. String data type will be placed in here. Our string data type will be placed in here. And a float data type will be set there. Let's save it. Okay, so now our goal now here is to populate this with data one at a time. Okay, that's our goal. Okay, so we're going to use this and the student module to populate this page or this fxml. Let's go to main. I just want to run this and make sure I haven't broken anything. So let's do the Java application. Everything still seems to work fine. And again, our next goal is to take that model and populate it here. Okay, so let's stop it for a second. And we will continue populating this data in the next video. With that, good luck and good coding.